And in the UK, rail and air passengers are being hit by more delays after record-breaking temperatures caused travel chaos on Thursday. For rail companies feared rail lines would buckle, but it was sagging overhead cables which have led to problems. Well, let's talk to Juliana about this and more. Good afternoon, Juliana.
Good afternoon, Chimmy.
So were you one of those caught up in that travel chaos yesterday because of the heat wave?
Well, fortunately for me, I wasn't. I was on the tube, which hit about 45 degrees, I must say. But several members of our team here in London were certainly caught up in the delays. And of course, many commuters in and around the United Kingdom. The extreme heat has caused absolute travel chaos in airports, on tube stations and in train lines. Yesterday, of course, it was because of that extreme heat. In some places, the temperatures got up to 39 degrees. And if you were traveling outside of London on a national rail line, then, of course, you were delayed because the tracks just simply couldn't cope. They buckled up. Some of them caught fire. The government issued a delay and a warning saying that you should only travel if it was absolutely necessary. And then, of course, there were thunderstorms overnight because of that extreme heat, which has hit people traveling outside of Heathrow and Gatwick. Several delays in Stansted Airport. Also yesterday, 19 arrival flights were cancelled, 16 departure flights cancelled. There are several social media pictures of people just lying up and down, trying to get their summer holidays going, and they just can't. I don't know what it is, Jimmy, about London and the weather. We like having some warmth, but of course, when it causes severe travel delays, it's not good for anybody, especially people that are just trying to start their summer holidays.
Absolutely. Anyway, I guess that is tapering now. Bring us up to speed with markets performance today and their major drivers.
Well, it's interesting that there seems to be an increased interest in house builders today because they're topping the FTSE. They helped it rise this morning by about 40 points. Berkeley Group, Barratt Developments and Taylor Wimpey all doing extremely well. Vodafone as well, also topping. They've just announced that they'll be doing a merger with a big European phone company, so very good day for them. And intraday, the all share is up 0.54%. The FTSE 100 is up 0.61%, and the FTSE 250 is up 0.27%. In currencies, again, sterling not doing so well. The British pound is down 0.21% on the US dollar, down on the euro by 0.11%, and also down on the Japanese yen by 0.20%.
These are investors and the markets focusing on today, and what is the outlook for next week?
Well, interesting story about the high street. We've discussed on your show several times that the British high street is dying. Lots of store closures and share dives. But Mothercare, the retail company for pregnant mothers and babies, they've announced that they're struggling with their UK stores. Earlier this year, they shut several across the country, and they said the ones that are still struggling, they will be selling them. So it'll be interesting to see how the market reacts to that on Monday. Also, Sports Direct, they're a big sports retail company. They haven't released their reports, their financial reports again today. This is the second delay they've had. Market interest and journalists and investors are extremely worried because their boss, Mike Ashley, went on a spurging spree earlier this year, buying certain retail shops that were failing. And they're wondering if all the focus he's been put in House of Fraser and other stores has taken away the focus he should be putting on his main store, which is Sports Direct. So again, that's something that we'll be looking out for next week. And last but not least, of course, we haven't discussed Brexit, the buzzword. Boris Johnson has a new cabinet. We'll be hearing from business leaders, and we'll expect to see how the market pairs off next week because, of course, this week it's ended on a high.
Definitely, we have quite a lot to chew next week. Anyway, thank you for those updates and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.